moment, it's broken. It's broken. It's not good. And something needs to change. Welcome to this new video. Today we will be talking about the leveling inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. Now, hopefully you have seen this video where I was trying to get from level 0 to max level inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. And while doing this sort of experiment, I learned a lot of things and a lot of very scary things that should not be like this inside of Theme Park 2. And some things are really game breaking and could really have a big effect on the game. So I want to talk about that. I want to address some things and just let you guys know what my thoughts are about this and let you guys know what I sort of experienced. When I started this project, I was expecting to finish this video maybe within 1, maybe 2 days. It shouldn't take more than 50 hours to get everything inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. So this is just still a building game, a tycoon. You still should unlock the whole time things. Of course, we used to unlock everything in achievements, and he said, well, we're going to change that to a more relaxed pace. Well, I think normally it took about 12 hours to unlock kinda everything in the game. So just keep in mind, it used to take 12 hours to just do the achievements, make a money farm, get enough stars, all that stuff. It took about 12 hours. So when I started, I was like, okay, more relaxed pace, maximum 50 hours for myself. So I started and it went very quick at the start. I think within the first hour, I was like level 30. So I was, okay, this does look pretty good. Of course, at the start, you still have a lot of achievements, which give you a lot of experience, especially if you know what achievements you need to do with like the swimming or like placing some other things. It goes very quick at the start since you have a lot of achievements to do. Now, before I continue, there's 3 ways on how you actually get experience for levels, which is either by achievements, missions, or guests doing an interaction in your park. Like, let's say they go to a stall and buy some drinks, or they throw something in a trash can, or they ride a roller coaster, or like a twister ride, like something like that. You get a certain amount of experience points, and the better the ride, the better the everything they do, the more experience you get. Well, I have it above them. So like some rides give 3 experience. I'm not really sure how that works, and some rides give like 5 or 6, and if you do an achievement you get like 20 or 30. So it kind of works like that. So once you are level 30 or around 25, level 30, you start to become in sort of like a very big gap, which only starts to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Since after level 30 you have done most of the achievements you done at the start, you have done the missions you did for that day, and well, of course, each level takes longer and longer and longer. And that's where the problem is. It's not with the missions, it's not with the achievements, it's not with how much experience you get. That's all reasonably alright, I would say. But the amount of experience you need to go to the next level becomes way too high. So let's just see. So I think, if I'm correct, after about 3 hours, I was then level 40. I am not exactly sure about these numbers. Again, it's been like more than a week now since I recorded that video. So yeah, go watch that if you haven't. And then level 50, I think, was already the next day, which was probably about 20 hours, if I'm correct. And at that point, I did not really unlock any new things. Now, there was another problem I had, is that after only 18 hours, I unlocked the, like the head stalls and stuff. And until you unlock those, you cannot get higher than a 3-star park. So you cannot get those achievements, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, however you want to see. But if you're trying to get a 5-star park, you need to be at least like level 35 or level 40 in some way, which it's annoying. That's annoying. But then you just don't unlock that many like rides. Like, you unlock quite some roller coasters, and that's great. But once you build a roller coaster, that takes maybe like 10-15 minutes. You decorate it for like another half an hour. And what do you do for the rest? You have not unlocked anything new. No rides, no flat rides, no roller coasters, no stalls. The stalls are, of course, also now locked behind it. You just get in this gap where you have nothing to do apart from standing AFK. And oh, believe me, I have done a lot of that the past week. While we're standing AFK, I think at that point when I was about level 40, level 50, I got about 5 levels, maybe 6 levels a day. So every 24 hours, which is alright. But then, of course, you do unlock some roller coasters. But of course, not everyone wants to build that roller coaster. Now, let's just do a big time gap since that was there. Where there was basically nothing really to do apart from just placing a ride. Since we of course have to think about a normal person playing this game that doesn't have game passes, that doesn't want to build the most insane park ever existed, but just wants to place the ride, place a simple fence, a tree, and then get more money and build the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. But the gap from building the next thing now at this point is already taking 3 to 4 hours before you unlock something new. 3 to 4 hours to unlock the next ride. That's crazy. So, I think then at that point, when I was on day 3, or almost already I think at day 4, I started to unlock a lot more roller coasters, which are just the best ones in the game. So let's say the extreme or the lounge spinning coaster. One of the best coasters in the game. It's getting used by so many people. I think you used to have like a 4 or 5 star park. So within those 12 hours, you used to unlock it. Now it takes, or at least in my test, it took 135 hours to unlock the lounge spinning coaster. And there's a lot more coasters in between that I unlocked in that time. But like the extreme lounge coaster, like the swing coaster, like some of these coasters that just you always were able to use now take over 100 hours to unlock. And it's only going to get more crazy from this point, guys. So let's just do another time jump. We're now around day 4. You've been standing AFK for about 150 hours and you're level 60. Woo! And I take about 8 hours to unlock the next level. And from this point, it stayed 8 hours. It didn't go up anymore. In my test, or when I was expecting it, I thought it would go up and up and up. But around level 60, between 60 and 70, I'm not exactly sure which level it is. It stayed exactly at 8 hours. It didn't go up, it didn't go down. It's very between like 10-15 minutes, like, but it was around 8 hours. And that's insane. 8 hours of playtime. Now, before we continue, I want to tell you guys that I can look at the, average playtime of Theme Park 2 through this website. And it's saying about, 26-25 minutes. It's usually even lower. But let's say it's 25 minutes. So we have now played for, about 150 hours. Let's just say that. So to get, let me get my calculator with me, guys. So I have played 150 hours. Well, of course, we need to know that in minutes, which then we do times 60 is 9,000 minutes. Now, if we play every day, 25 minutes, it takes 360 days. So basically a year to get to level 60. So if you then want to like unlock the lounge spinning coaster, that will take like over 300 days of playing every single day 25 minutes of the game. And of course there's people that play more, but you don't play every single day for a whole year. So you have to think, for a normal person, they're never going to hit max level. They're never going to unlock everything in the game that used to take 12 hours. 12 hours now takes so much longer. But let's continue. You start to unlock more slowly, very slowly. Every 8 hours you unlock the plane ride, a new roller coaster. It takes so long and it's very boring. Of course, at this point you are maybe improving your park, but 8 hours. If you do that, those 8 hours can take up to a month to just, for a normal person, to get to the next level. A month of not unlocking any new rides and basically doing nothing. And I'm telling all of this, most people already left before this. I think most people already leave before they even hit level 40 or 50. Since that will take probably months, if not like half a year to get. And that's where the problem is. It is way too much experience you need for a level. It shouldn't take 8 hours to go level up to just unlock a simple plane ride. Or like a top spin. Like, that's crazy. Now, of course, it's a free game. And of course, he wants you to buy the game passes and stuff. But there's no way to make the experience go faster. There's no money or Robux you can spend on it. It's literally just building a park and standing AFK. And I had a massive park with 10 roller coasters, every single ride I could place, and it still took so long. But now we are around level 70, I would say, and now I have played 200 hours. And then I realized, wait, at 200 hours I unlock the wooden roller coaster. One of the most used coasters inside a theme park game is locked behind a 200-hour wall, which will take definitely more than a year. Of course, you're doing some missions, and that will give you quite some experience. I think every mission gave me about 5% of experience, so of course 6 missions every day, 30%. But then you do need to do the missions every single day, logging in every single day. We know most of you guys don't do that. You have school, you are on vacation, you don't always want to play Theme Park 2. So it will definitely take more than 1 year, if you start of course from 0, to unlock the wooden coaster. So any new player plays right now, in about 1 year, they will have the wooden coaster. 1 year, and they're not able to use blueprints with it, they're not able to use anything. This of course we use the roller coaster rides behind some blueprints, which are now locked behind a 200-hour wall, which is mental. Especially if we go back, it used to take 12 hours, and it just hurts to see that it's just not balanced. It's like, I know Dennis, I don't know if he had testers, but if he had testers, I don't know what they were doing, since bruh, they did clearly not test it. And it's really annoying that we as creators have to test this, realize what is happening with the game. Yeah, it's just not good. But we are now around level 70 or ish. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we have played 200 hours and we just unlocked the wooden coaster, and we don't even have the hybrid coaster. And some other very simple coasters or flat rides that we always used to be able to place after like a few hours of play. So let's just fast forward to level 81. 82 is of course the last level we have right now, which is going to get increased every single time we probably get a new ride. Not that we get that many of them anymore, but we can see the level increase every single few months to 82, 83, 84. So every time a new rides get added, everything I'm saying moves up another 8 hours. 8 hours of playtime for a normal person will probably be a month. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to go when he updates it, and it's going to be like something above 81, since then, oh yes, update. You first need to play Theme Park 2 for 8 hours to actually play the new update. I'm not sure how he's going to do that, since that also sounds terrible. But we are almost level 82, and that takes about 250 hours to get max level in Theme Park 2, which is an insane number. Now I'm going to get my calculator out again, since guys, I really like that. So 250 hours times 60 is 15,000 minutes. Now let's say we play again 25 minutes each day, takes about 600 days, which is getting close to, well, yeah, 2 years. And even if you would play an hour each day, it still takes 250 days. That's crazy. Or even if you play less. If let's say I have a limit of each day I can play Theme Park 2. Since I'm not that old, I can only play on my computer an hour. So I will spend 50 minutes just playing Theme Park 2, trying to build a roller coaster and everything. So then it takes 1,000 days to get everything inside of the game. And before you hit that 1,000 limit, another 3, 4, maybe even more, like let's say 10 levels have been added across those 3 years. You're never hitting max level. You're never unlocking those new rides. You're never getting those new updates. And you realize what's wrong here. And of course there are some small things, like if you play every day with the missions, it goes quicker, and maybe in the future you add more things. But at the moment, it's broken. It's broken. It's not good. And something needs to change. Since this, I know it will hurt the game. I just know, and I've already heard from a lot of people that it is, and it's not good. So I'm just trying to like bring light to you as a viewer, maybe even Dennis, if you're watching this, that this is not acceptable. This is not good. It's a building game. Of course, it's underlying, it's all a Tycoon and stuff, but it's also a building game. is a creativity game, and it shouldn't be locked behind a 200, 250, possibly in the future even a 300-hour wall. And I wouldn't like to see, oh, you know, you can buy a 2-time experience or 3 times experience boost. Like, that's stupid. Like, you shouldn't make that locking content behind the paywall with playtime and stuff. Of course, you have credits and stuff. That's fine, I would say, with the skins. Like, that's cosmetics. But this is actually like just things we always used to have that took 12 hours. Alright, so how do we fix this? Since, well, we have this massive problem, and what do we do to fix this? Now, I would say, as I thought at the start, 50 hours. Make everything 5 times as quick. But then also not everything. I would say level 1 to about 20. Really good, really fast pace. You unlock some great flat rides, the starting roller coaster, starting stalls. Amazing. Then I would say slightly increase level 20 to 30. Then more increase level 30 to 40. But from level 50 to 60, 60 to 80, like it shouldn't take 8 hours. It should take about 2 hours. I would say make at least like that 4 times faster, since even 2 hours to unlock a new, just very simple one flat ride, just one simple flat ride, even still 2 hours, if you play 20 minutes each day, still takes more than like 1 or 2 weeks to unlock of just playing every day. Leveling, it can be a great system, and it's definitely better than achievements if it's done right. And the start was great. I was really like, actually, I really enjoy this leveling. I like the animations. I like doing like my missions to get the experience. Everything feels a lot more connected in the game. But until you get into those higher levels, it's just not it. So if we would change that, it takes about like 30 hours to get the wooden coaster, like 20 hours to get the lounge spinning coaster. Still very long, of course, but definitely a lot less. And especially if you start to have more levels in the future, it's just a problem that will only get bigger and bigger and bigger. So Dennis, if you watch this video, please consider changing this. I hope you listen to all of these things that I've tested. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it with how I am experiencing the whole thing with a lot more emotion. And just, it took me, by the way, 10 days to get to max level. Constantly standing AFK 10 days. I was standing AFK on my laptop for 10 days to make that stupid video. So yeah, for me, it takes 10 days straight playing. There's no kid who's doing 10 days straight. That they will probably take more than a year to unlock something. Let me know what you think, please, in the comments. What you think maybe can be improved from this. If you have tried getting more levels, how long it's been taking for you. Since now, of course, I built a whole park with, of course, rides and stuff. But there's a lot more people that maybe not have unlocked everything, but about level 50. And they are just really just a builder and don't place rides, or don't want to work with the guests, or don't have a massive park. They're basically never getting the new rides, since they don't have anything with guests. And if they have maybe like a small money farm. And then it takes even longer than everything I said. Then it's not 250 hours until you're max level, but maybe 400 or 500 hours. And then it's 20, 30 days. And then you take years to get to the end. And it just hurts to see this, and I don't want this, and I know a lot of people don't want this, but I also can see the leveling system can work, and it can be great, and it hopefully will be great, and it will be fixed. But that's up to Dennis. There's nothing we can do about that, and well, sadly Dennis, of course, doesn't communicate with anyone or anything, which is very sad to see. Of course, as you've seen, a lot of people, of course, are playing now Planet Coaster 2, which myself too. If this probably doesn't get fixed, I can see a lot of creators, or at least also new creators, going to Planet Coaster 2, and this game would probably slowly die off because new people are not getting anything new, and it just takes way too long to do. So guys, that's the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think, as I said, and well, this was a long one. Thank you so much. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, please consider it, and I will say, guys, as always, goodbye.